Hi, this is Cyril, aka Cyril Verify. You're welcome to the Cloud Journey HQ. So today I just want to drop something very important about this DeepSeek technology a lot of people have been talking about. Now, DeepSeek came out just recently, but now it's taking over the main AI field, which is the OpenAI, ChatGPT, and all that are actually in the space over the years. And DeepSeek technology is one crazy technology that came out from the Chinese people. And this technology, one amazing thing about this technology is that it actually use a very, very affordable chip to train their models. Now, unlike the OpenAI platform that use very expensive NVIDIA-based GPUs, this DeepSeek actually use something quite more affordable, and that's what really affected NVIDIA to go almost bankrupt in the past couple of days right now. So, but before I chime in, I just want to let you all that are just joining in to feel free to like, share, and subscribe to this video, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss amazing content I'll be dishing going forward. So today I just want to show us some of the simple, practical or simple repro of how DeepSeek technology can able to help us in the same search using also the open AI technology in today's world. All right. So first, before we proceed, I would just like us to chime in something real quick. What is the big deal with DeepSeek in AI? So those are big questions I really want to ask us. What is really the big deal in DeepSeek in AI? So before DeepSeek came out, we already know that we have ChatGPT, which is like one of the greatest things in sliced bread when it comes to the use of artificial intelligence and large language models to find out solutions to our problems. Because you could actually ask ChatGPT anything you want to ask, and it's very amazing too that actually was trained with the NVIDIA based GPUs and also high cutting edge computing system that could help us process our data. But then yeah, why DeepSeek is making everyone take notice, and this is some very important thing I would like to chime in. So first, they are actually super smart on a budget. So when you look at the cost implication with DeepSeek and also OpenAI, you see that these guys were very, very super smart in making their budget because they use less affordable CPUs, computing powers, right? Computing resource, and it kind of make their costs of investment lesser compared to what OpenAI spent. So DeepSeek showed you can actually make awesome AI without breaking the bank. So their um, their least model, which is DeepSeek V3, was trained for only about let's say 10,000 um, $10 million, right? So which is a lot less than what the bigger company like OpenAI used, which is about 78 million for what they use for training the OpenAI models. So if you look at this is just 2 months with fewer fancy computers that were used to train their AI models. And today we already have this cutting edge technology that is actually tearing the world apart. All right, so let's dive right into the next one. So when we talk about DeepSeek technology and what is actually um, bringing it to the table when it comes to disruptive technology. They are open for everyone. So DeepSeek is open for everyone in the sense that DeepSeek isn't keeping their technology as secrets. Now, what I mean is that you could actually download some of their large language models and actually use them even on your remote computer. So they have made it an open source, for example, and also meaning that anyone can use and tweak this and also learn from it, right? It's just like saying that they come to join, they are trying to let you say, okay, come and join the party, use these models we've trained, and let's see what you're actually going to come up with your own ideas. So now, next thing is also beating the big. So DeepSeek came in to beat the big. What are the big? The OpenAI. These are actually big companies that work with NVIDIA. So for example, and DeepSeek just came in with just very affordable computers, trained their large language models, and they're actually killing it. So they are beating the big in the sense that DeepSeek V3, for example, has done better than some of the top dogs in these big companies like OpenAI, the Google Gemini, and they can actually solve very, very complex puzzle, mathematical, computational problems, and also when it comes to coding, they also help with that as well going forward. So if you see this, this improves um, you can actually get great AI results without spending so much. So that's one amazing thing this DeepSeek environment or technology has really helped us with. Now, challenging the big companies like the Nvidia, for example. Now, Nvidia actually lost close to like 600 thousand 600 billion or $1 million, so to speak. I think over the past two couple of days, so they actually lost a lot of money because of this same destructive technology that came into the world. So now, next thing I also want to chime in about this is the Nvidia chip are actually, or they are usually the choice of AI because they are really powerful. But since the DeepSeek technology came into space, DeepSeek did so well with the less expensive chip, and it might make people think twice, right, about always going to NVIDIA prices or using these affordable computing resources that are available and also do even more amazing stuff. Now, DeepSeek crew are just team of DeepSeek, just young smart people, right? Yeah, I think I will say a picture of one of the lady that actually one of the amazing person behind it is a Chinese girl, and they're just smart people and mostly from top Chinese schools with brains in physics, mathematics, and computer science. Now, thinking aloud, which means that this breaks down the problem to the basics, right? And these guys they actually built from there, and this has helped them come up with a very cool, amazing technology which DeepSeek is actually creating. Now, one amazing thing about DeepSeek technology is they're challenging AI for good. So I think Africa needs to also step in here because the UX brought their OpenAI. A lot of companies are bringing up Gemini, Cloud, uh, you know, so many AI companies are coming in right now. DeepSeek is saying, okay, we actually have bring now from the Chinese people, and we are going to really shake the market. And this is what they are doing. So they are actually challenging the AI space, AI market space, are seeing amazing stuff that this DeepSeek technology is coming into play. Now, one amazing stuff again is DeepSeek is showing that AI can be cheaper and more open to everyone, right? So they are changing how we see AI, and should be made and can be also shared, which could also shake up the world of AI. So as we watch DeepSeek, it's actually clear that they are not just another player. Now they are changing the rules of the game. So if you see the DeepSeek technology, what they actually came in this year is to shake the AI space and to let them know that you can actually build AI models, large language models, even without breaking the bank, even without buying big and expensive NVIDIA-based GPUs. So yeah, so it's one amazing stuff that they come up with. Now, a lot of people have predicted that this world will be changing. So far, so good. No, Trump came in and said, "Okay, we won't buy America." So this is actually a wake up call for everyone to see, okay, what exactly can we do in our own local market to really embrace this technology going forward. So I actually did one real quick research about DeepSeek and ChatGPT, which is also OpenAI based technology, and I'm going to show us a walkthrough of how this technology really works. So first, let's dive right into this. All right, so as I was saying, I was able to ask DeepSeek these similar questions and also had ChatGPT to just tell me what do they really feel or what do they think about this question. So I said, how to set up simple Kubernetes project in Azure. Now, look, from the answers DeepSeek gave me, he said that setting up simple Kubernetes project in Azure involves several steps, including creating a Kubernetes cluster, deploying an application, and assessing it. Below is a step-by-step guide to help you get started. So now if you look at this, it's kind of similar to what ChatGPT gave me at this point here, right? Because it's also mentioned what the DeepSeek also said here. Now it gave me the prerequisite, which is more of like you having an Azure account, also having your Azure CLI, and also you have your kubectl, which is going to be installed, and that's so to speak. So now let's scroll down and see what we have here. So if you look at this, you notice that the bash environment or where your CLI or your coding, your command is kind of colorful. So it's showing that this is AZ login, right? Now this is similar what we have as well in this. All right. Yeah, but then it's just that ChatGPT doesn't really have this colorful kind of thingy, right? So it shows the login environment, but then it's not really this colorful, like what DeepSeek is saying. Okay, let's see what more they have to offer. So when DeepSeek came in to say that we are create a resource group, okay, fine. Then he also gave us a colorful stuff like this. Said how to create the resource group. Then also create the AKS cluster, just more like giving us what we need to do using the command Azure CLI, right? Then connect the cluster. So this is where you connect the cluster, then you deploy the application. Now let's see the part where you also give to expose application, then access the application, then also give us the part where we clean up. So you could actually try this on your own, ask similar questions and compare what exactly. Now, if you look at one amazing thing that DeepSeek gave me, that it also gave me a summary of what we did so far so good. Apart from the fact that I told us we need to delete what we have created since we're doing like a repro, right? So we need to delete it so we don't really incur cost. All right, so now look at this part here. It's giving us login, create your resource group, create your AKS cluster, connect the cluster using kubectl, then deploy application, expose the application, access the application, and clean up your resource. Now, I gave us that this guide provide a basic setup for Kubernetes project in Azure. As you become more familiar with Kubernetes and Azure, you can explore more advanced features like scaling, monitoring, and CI/CD integration. All right, now let's go down into what OpenAI ChatGPT gives us and just compare what we really have. So, like I said earlier, I just want to compare these two tools just to know how they really work. But they actually mentioned that DeepSeek is faster, but I think because of the high inflow of people trying to use DeepSeek for their own research, I think DeepSeek is getting so slow these days because of they are more like getting under attack. So many DDoS, distributed denial of service trying to strike DeepSeek and see how they can actually make it so slow and so useless. So it's really having so many back and forth and so many challenges at the moment, right? So that being said, let's check if the same steps similar to this. So it also gave us that we should log into Azure, which is similar. Then it also made mention that we can also create a resource group, set the account, create the AKS cluster, which is important. Then deploy the sample pro applications. Then verify the port, and also shows the place where we can verify the applications as well. Then yeah. So but now if you look at ChatGPT at the end of the whole thingy, it tells us that this is the next step. When you deploy a custom containerized application, e.g. using Dockerfile or Azure Container Registry, use Helm to manage your application. Set up Azure DevOps pipeline for CI/CD with AKS. Then asks, would you like guidance deploying or a more complex app or setting up a full DevOps workflow? So he's just asking me what to do next, right? No, there was no summary here, fine, but there was a next step. So yeah, but when you look at these, for me, I think they just have their own uniqueness because the other part gave me summary, this other part gave me the next steps. So I feel these technology are still growing, right? So a lot of people are still trying to improve more on this. So I think one of the major things that really struck a lot of people is the fact that DeepSeek came in, or should I say, came out, and they were able to use just very much affordable computers, and that's just the simple truth. So DeepSeek came out, and they were able to use much more affordable computers, and they were able to kill, and they were able to just make shake the world, right? Do something disruptive and all that. So that was one of the crazy things DeepSeek technology actually did that really caught the whole world. So yeah, that just means simply it. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to stop for today. And please don't forget to like and share this video. And if you've not subscribed, please do what to subscribe. I'm going to also bring more update on how DeepSeek can also be used for other projects. But for the meantime, I would just like you to subscribe to this channel and see you in my next video going forward. Bye bye.